What do you do when your brain loves to be lazy, but at the same time, there's a lot of things that you either want to or need to get done? Whether it's your own goals or visions, or it could just be work and interpersonal demands that need you to get it together and be productive and get things done. I love being inspired and being in motion, but I hate feeling like I'm overworked or expending too much energy because I'm lazy. So instead, I invested in finding the right lazy systems that will still get me good results. It's like a lazy person hack. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 6 brain hacks that genius individuals use, including CEOs, great artists, etc. And just to confirm that these actually work, I've tried all of these in my life at various points and lazy brain approved. And the amazing point about all of these 6 points that I'm about to jump into is that they don't require consistent levels of mental energy to get results in terms of productivity. They're meant to give you outsized returns for the amount of work that you're putting in. And we'll start the video with the ones that will take more effort relatively and end with the simplest Jedi level hacks that basically won't even require you to lift a finger. So the first hack is having an organizational sidekick. Most of us can't hire personal assistants, and training them would be time consuming anyways. We can always have our own backs by using streamlined organizational systems. If you get in the habit of capturing everything, you'll free up all that space in your brain so that your brain can just relax and take the day off. Finding an organizational sidekick or system that works well for you might take a little more upfront effort or work, and that's why I put this as the first tip. But I guarantee that once you find the jam that works for you, your brain's just gonna get so used to it and appreciate the simplicity of the system, and it's gonna give you so much lift. Apps I would recommend are Notion, which is what I use, something like Trello. You could use G Suite, or you could just use a pen and paper or a bullet journal. Any organizational system that works for you. There are so many practices or methods around this, so many books around different systems. The point is to have an organizational sidekick to manage all of the details of your life for you so that you can give your brain energy and space back. The second hack is to maximize your time of day. Different times of days and seasons might work better for different tasks. Not everyone's a morning person, not everyone's a night owl, and even if you are a morning person, there's some things that your brain doesn't want to do as much in the mornings. For example, me, I like studying late at night, really late at night, but I like to do my work and creative stuff in the early mornings. I don't mind exercising late at night, but I hate exercising early mornings. Work with the preferences that are natural to your brain. You'll be unstoppable, babes. Literally just find the time of day that works for the right items and plan your life like that. What is the easiest way to actually hack and influence your brain on a daily basis? It's the nutritional inputs that you put in. If you have a lazy brain, the hack for that without doing any mental work is setting up a consistent diet that's going to fuel your brain. So for me, example, when I had college meal swipes my last 2 years, and oh my god, this is going to sound so bad, but I ate the same salmon and dill deli salad for my last 2 years of UCLA because I liked the taste of it and it worked really well for my brain. And I did that for 2 years because I am physically lazy. I didn't want to go to the dining halls, and also it worked well for my lazy brain in terms of fuel. Find what fuels your brain best and just stick with it. The fourth tip is to automate. And this doesn't have to be a complicated thing. I literally mean just set up recurring reminders, track things on your phone, set up repeating systems so your brain doesn't have to deal with redesigning the wheel every time. And your brain also doesn't have to deal with remembering recurring deadlines. So set up your friends' birthdays in your calendar. Set up auto pay for your bills. Another example is I have a few outfits that I know look good. So if I have a busy day but need to go out somewhere, I'll just default to those outfits. That's another example of kind of automating things in your life. The second to last tip is to leverage a community or team. This is obviously a hack that CEOs, presidents, just insanely busy people with so much on their plates utilize all the time. CEOs don't do things alone. They leverage a community or a team. And I would advise the same to you. Don't try to do everything, especially if you already have a lazy brain to begin with. By leveraging the expertise of others, you actually have more fun. You get to co-create and it's more impactful. So this is like really, I was considering more of a Jedi hack because you don't actually need to expend any additional effort on your part, but you get really good returns, not just for you, but for other people too who get to be part of that process. So take a little nugget of wisdom from your high school days where you all might have passed your homework around the classroom a couple of times or got together in study groups to study instead of cramming it out alone. The last and simplest Jedi level tip is setting invisible digital boundaries and doing digital detoxes. And you might be rolling your eyes at this one. I know we hear it all the time, but I had to include it because it's such a genius hack. Because think about how much work it actually takes to go into your settings or set up boundaries around your digital usage, and think about how many hours that actually puts back into your day. Of course, I had to include this one on the list. Literally all this hack takes is the awareness and the decision that you want to set a certain digital boundary to actually configure those settings in your phone, and bam, that's like solidly 15 hours back into your week. Those 15 hours are 15 hours that you could be using to get in the flow, to get into focus. So not only are you cutting out bad habits, you're actually creating the space to build and get into flow and just create great energy in your life. This is such a priceless hack. And my friend even showed me a hack 3 years ago that I still use sometimes, where you can set up your phone to have a quick 3-click setting to go black and white so that you can still have your phone, but when it's on black and white mode, you get less distracted by the dopamine of the colors. And yeah, your phone looks really boring in black and white. So that's another crazy hack that just takes less than a minute to implement and will give you such outsized returns back in terms of productivity. So easy, literally just the click of a few buttons. So hopefully you guys enjoyed these lazy hacks that all the great, most productive people in the world leverage and are tried and true. I use these pretty consistently in my own life recently as well, ever since I've been even more serious about my personal development journey in the past 4 or 5 years. I also do one-on-one coaching for entrepreneurs, artists, and creatives. So if that's something you're interested in exploring with me, you can DM me, email me, or check out my caption below for more info on how to do that. If you like this video, you might also like a video I made on how to be productive all day, or my Jedi hacks for work-life balance, and I promise these hacks are priceless. If you have any questions or wanna bounce ideas, don't be a stranger, reach out to me anytime. Thanks so much for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.